what to do with our hands. Hello everyone, this is the Bad Meets Evil show. I'm Royce the 5'9".
Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady. You may know him by one or you may know him by all. In this video, I will be ranking every Eminem album to see which of his is my favorite and which is my least favorite. Now I would say I'm a pretty big Eminem fan. I've listened to his albums way too many times to count. But anyways, let's get right into the video. First up, Slim Shady LP. The Slim Shady LP is his first studio album. It came out in 1999 and had a 20-song track list. The first song off the album is his most popular from the album, with the title of My Name Is. This song introduced us to his alter ego Slim Shady. After that song, it was Guilty Conscience, a song where Eminem and Dr. Dre go back and forth, telling the person right or wrong. Eminem played the devil and Dr. Dre played the angel. Third off of the album was Brain Damage, a song about Eminem's childhood troubles with his bully D'Angelo Bailey. The fourth song is titled If I Had. This song is about Eminem's struggles with poverty. Fifth song was titled 97 Bonnie and Clyde, about killing his wife Kim because Kim was stopping Eminem from seeing his daughter. The sixth song is titled Role Model. It is about Eminem being a bad influence. The seventh song, titled My Fault, is about Eminem giving a girl drugs and she ends up dying because she overdosed. Pretty weird song, but I like it. The eighth song is titled Come On Everybody. It is a light-hearted comedy and dance parody song. The ninth song is titled Rock Bottom. It is about Eminem's struggles with depression, poverty, and feelings of desperation. It's a pretty sad song. The 10th song, titled Just Don't Give a Fuck, is exactly how it sounds. It's about Eminem literally not giving a fuck. The 11th song is titled As the World Turns. It is about Slim Shady losing control and terrorizing women. The 12th song is titled I'm Shady. It is about Eminem being a white trash drug dealer. The 13th song, titled Bad Meets Evil, is a collaboration between Eminem and Royce the 5'9". The final song off the Slim Shady LP is titled Still Don't Give a Fuck. It is a sequel to the song Just Don't Give a Fuck, as it sounds. Slim Shady LP is a pretty good album. I mean, so far, it's his best album, but we've only covered one album. So, I would put Slim Shady LP at first for now. The Marshall Mathers LP is Eminem's second studio album. It came out in 2000 and had a track list that consisted of 18 songs. The first song is titled Kill You. It's about childhood trauma and rebellion against censorship and public judgment. The second song is called Stan. It is about an overzealous fan who writes Eminem letters, and Eminem doesn't write back, so he kills himself. And the third song, Who Knew, Eminem defends his lyrics against critics who blame him for influencing violence. The fourth song, The Way I Am, is about Eminem's anger with fame, media pressure, and expectations. The fifth song, The Real Slim Shady, is a comedic track where he brings out his alter ego Slim Shady and about people mocking Slim Shady. The sixth song, Remember Me, is about violence, insanity, and notoriety. The seventh song, I'm Back, is about him returning to controversy, fame, and lyrical dominance. The seventh song, Marshall Mathers, is about him only being noticed by people because he's now famous. The eighth song, Drug Ballad, is about him reflecting on struggle with addiction, relationships, and the escapism drugs provide. The ninth song, Amityville, is about him expressing his anger, mental insanity, and chaotic thoughts. The 10th song, Bitch Please 2, is about him showing his dominance and street credibility. The 11th song, Kim, is about Eminem screaming at his wife and fantasies about violence. The 12th song, Under the Influence, is a storytelling song about drug use, chaos, and violence. The last song is titled Criminal, and it's about him embracing his Slim Shady persona. The Marshall Mathers LP is obviously better than the Slim Shady LP, like without a doubt. So the Slim Shady LP for now is, the Marshall Mathers LP for now is better than the Slim Shady LP. The Eminem Show was Eminem's third studio album. It came out in 2002 and had a track list of 20 songs. The first track is titled White America, and it is a politically charged song where he criticizes censorship and racism. The second track is titled Business, and it portrays Eminem and Dr. Dre as a Batman and Robin type of duo. The third track is titled Cleaning Out My Closet. It is a deeply emotional track where he confronts his painful childhood, calling out his mom. The fourth track, titled Square Dance, is a song where he mocks pop culture. The fifth track, titled Soldier, is a song where Eminem shows he can stand his ground against critics. The sixth track, Say Goodbye Hollywood, is about Eminem leaving Hollywood because of fame. The seventh track, Drips, is a song about sexually transmitted diseases, which is a weird topic for a song. The eighth song, titled Without Me, is his most popular song. It is about him mocking critics and how the rap game is not the same without him. The ninth track, Sing for the Moment, is a powerful reflective track on how his music is so impactful. The 10th track, Superman, is about him rejecting love and vulnerability after a heartbreak. The 11th track, Haley's Song, is about how much Eminem loves his daughter and how he got her back. The 12th track, When the Music Stops, reflects on violence, fame, and D12's actions. The 13th track, Say What You Say, is a confrontational song where he and Dr. Dre roast critics and assert their rap dominance. The 14th track, Till I Collapse, is a powerful song about relentless determination and never giving up. The final track is titled My Dad's Gone Crazy. It is a comedic track showing his Slim Shady side with Haley. Now, the Eminem Show was not better than the Marshall Mathers LP to me, but it's better than the Slim Shady LP. Encore is Eminem's fourth studio album. It came out in 2004 and had a track list of 20 songs. The first track, Evil Deeds, dives into Eminem's childhood trauma and his feelings of guilt and pressure. The second track, Never Enough, features 50 Cent and Nate Dogg, and it's about the fame and the hunger for success. The third track, Yellow Brick Road, has Eminem reflecting on his youth, his mistakes, and his journey into rap. The fourth track, Like Toy Soldiers, is a serious and emotional song where he speaks out against rap beefs and violence in the industry. The fifth track, Mosh, is a politically charged protest song directed towards President George W. Bush and the Iraq War. The sixth track, Puke, is a raw, angry song about his toxic relationship with his ex-wife Kim. The seventh track, My First Single, is a satirical and self-aware song poking fun at how fans expect him to always shock people. The eighth track, Rain Man, is a bizarre and playful track where Eminem raps in his Slim Shady persona full of absurd humor. The ninth track, Big Weenie, is a humorous diss aimed at his critics and haters. The 10th track, Just Lose It, is one of the album's biggest singles, a goofy party song mocking pop stars and showing his wild side. The 11th track, Ass Like That, is a comedic puppet voice track about celebrity culture and sexualization. The 12th track, Spend Some Time, features Obi Trice, Start Q, and 50 Cent, and it's about heartbreak and relationships. The 13th track, Mockingbird, is a heartfelt song where Eminem speaks directly to his daughter Haley, reflecting on family struggles. The 14th track, Crazy in Love, is a dark and emotional song about the toxic mix of passion and violence in relationship. The 15th track, One Shot, Two Shot, tells a violent cinematic story of a nightclub shooting with D12. The 16th track, Encore/Curtains Down, is the grand finale featuring Dr. Dre and 50 Cent, where Eminem symbolically ends his career, or so it seemed at the time. So after all of that, I would honestly put Encore worse than the Marshall Mathers LP, worse than the Eminem Show, but better than the Slim Shady LP. So that's my ranking so far. Relapse is Eminem's fifth studio album. It came out in 2009 and had a track list of 20 songs. The first track, 3 AM, is a dark horror-inspired song where Eminem raps from the perspective of a serial killer, symbolizing his inner demons and addiction. The second track, My Mom, is a disturbing and sarcastic song where he blames his pill addiction and emotional issues on his mother's influence. The third track, Insane, is one of his most graphic songs, filled with shock humor and twisted storytelling in full Slim Shady mode. The fourth track, Bagpipes from Baghdad, is a chaotic, fast-paced track aimed at his ex Mariah Carey and her then-husband Nick Cannon. The fifth track, Hello, has Eminem greeting the world after his hiatus, describing his relapse into drugs with dark humor. The 6th track, Same Song and Dance, is a sinister storytelling song where he plays a serial killer targeting celebrities, showing his obsession with fame and control. The 7th track, We Made You, is a comedic pop rap single mocking celebrities and pop culture, similar in tone to Without Me. The 8th track, Medicine Ball, is a wild, energetic song filled with offensive jokes and chaotic wordplay, showing Slim Shady's unapologetic return. The 9th track, Stay Wide Awake, is one of the darkest tracks on the album, putting listeners inside the mind of a psychotic killer with chilling detail. The 10th track, Old Time's Sake, features Dr. Dre and has both rappers reminiscing about their early days while mixing humor and swagger. The 11th track, Must Be the Ganja, is a trippy drug-fueled song with hypnotic production about being high and detached from reality. The 12th track, Deja Vu, is one of the most personal songs, where Eminem honestly describes his drug overdose and the cycle of addiction. The 13th track, Beautiful, is the emotional centerpiece of the album, where Eminem opens up about depression, pain, and finding hope again. The 14th track, Crack a Bottle, features Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and celebrates their comeback with a slick, energetic party vibe. The 15th track, Underground, is the explosive closer where Eminem reasserts himself as a dominant lyricist, ending the album with fury and skill. Now, I would say Relapse is definitely better than the Marshall Mathers LP, so that puts Relapse in first. Relapse is my favorite. Spoiler alert, nothing's gonna beat it. Recovery is Eminem's 6th studio album. It came out in 2010 and had a tracklist of 17 songs. The first track, Cold Wind Blows, opens the album with Slim Shady's trademark humor and aggression, showing that he's still sharp but more self-aware. The second track, Talkin' to Myself, featuring Kobe, finds Eminem reflecting on his past mistakes, rivalries, and addiction, admitting his insecurities and regrets. The third track, On Fire, is a confident song where he reclaims his place in rap, delivering rapid-fire bars and classic Shady attitude. The fourth track, Won't Back Down, featuring Pink, is a loud-defiant anthem about perseverance and standing strong against critics. The fifth track, White Trash Party, is a fun, high-energy party track celebrating his chaotic, rebellious lifestyle. The sixth track, Going Through Changes, is one of the most emotional songs on the album, where he opens up about his relapse, Proof's death, and rebuilding his life. The seventh track, Not Afraid, is an uplifting anthem about recovery, confidence, and moving forward from addiction and pain. The eighth track, Seduction, is a smooth, confident track where Eminem boasts about his lyrical and romantic power. The ninth track, No Love, featuring Lil Wayne, is a fierce rap battle style track about resilience and strength after betrayal. The 10th track, Spacebound, is a dark, emotional song about toxic love and obsession, blending vulnerability and intensity. The 11th track, Cinderella Man, is an energetic, motivational song comparing his comeback to a fairy tale rise from the ashes. The 12th track, 25 to Life, uses the metaphor of failing romantic relationship to represent his love-hate relationship with hip-hop. The 13th track, So Bad, is a smooth, melodic track about desire and temptation. The 14th track, Almost Famous, reflects on Eminem's rise to fame and how it changed him, balancing confidence with bitterness. The 15th track, Love the Way You Lie, featuring Rihanna, is one of the biggest hits, a raw look at abusive relationships and emotional cycles. The 16th track, You're Never Over, is a heartfelt tribute to his late best friend Proof, expressing grief, gratitude, and strength. The 7th track, Untitled, closes the album with raw freestyle energy, reminding listeners Eminem is still lyrically unmatched. Now, I think Recovery is better than the Slim Shady LP, but it's not better than Encore or Eminem Show or Marshall Mathers LP or Relapse, so I would put that above Slim Shady LP, but below Encore. The Marshall Mathers LP2 is technically Eminem's 8th studio album. It came out in 2013 and had a tracklist of 16 songs. The first track, Bad Guys, serves as a sequel to Stan, told from the perspective of Stan's younger brother Matthew confronting Eminem for his past actions, ending with a chilling self-reflection. The second track, Rhyme or Reason, samples the Zombies' Time of the Session and has Eminem humorously questioning his absent father while showing off his lyrical wordplay. The third track, So Much Better, is an an angry, sarcastic song where he vents about betrayal and heartbreak. The fourth track, Survival, is a triumphant anthem about resilience and proving himself again, originally used to promote Call of Duty Ghosts. The fifth track, Legacy, reflects on Eminem's childhood struggles, loneliness, and how rap became his way out of pain. The sixth track, Asshole, featuring Skylar Grey, is a self-aware, defiant song where he embraces his reputation as controversial and unapologetic. The seventh track, Berserk, produced by Rick Rubin, brings a loud, old-school Beastie Boys-style energy, celebrating hip-hop's roots. The eighth track, Rap God, is a 6-minute lyrical showcase where Eminem demonstrates his insane technical skill, rapping at a record-breaking speed and claiming his place among rap's greatest. The ninth track, Brainless, revisits his bullied childhood and his transformation into a fearless rapper. The 10th track, Stronger Than I Was, is a melodic, emotional song sung partly by Eminem, reflecting on heartbreak and regret. The 11th track, The Monster, featuring Rihanna, explores the balance between fame, madness, and self-acceptance, pairing catchy pop with dark introspection. The 12th track, So Far, mixes humor and nostalgia as Eminem raps about fame, Detroit life, and how little he's changed despite success. The 13th track, Love Game, featuring Kendrick Lamar, is a playful storytelling song about love and betrayal, with a comic twist. The 14th track, Headlights, featuring Nate Ruess, is one of Eminem's most emotional songs, where he finally forgives his mother and apologizes for his past anger. The 15th track, Evil Twin, closes the main album with him reflecting on his personas, Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady, merging them in a powerful conclusion. Now, the Marshall Mathers LP. It's better than Recovery. It's better than the Slim Shady LP. It's not better than... I don't think it's better than Encore. So I'm gonna put it above Recovery, below Encore. Revival is Eminem's 9th studio album. It came out in 2017 and had a tracklist of 19 songs. The first track, Walk on Water, featuring Beyonce, opens the album with deep vulnerability as Eminem questions his legacy, self-doubt, and the pressure to live up to his past greatness. The second track, Believe, continues his introspection as he reflects on fame, loyalty, and whether fans still have faith in him after all these years. The third track, Chloroseptic, featuring Fresher, is an aggressive, swagger-filled song where Eminem addresses critics and proves he still has sharp lyrical skill. The fourth track, Untouchable, is a politically charged track tackling racism, police brutality, and white privilege from multiple perspectives. The fifth track, River, featuring Ed Sheeran, is a confessional song about infidelity, guilt, and the emotional fallout of a doomed relationship. The sixth track, Remind Me, samples Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll and mixes humor with nostalgia as Eminem raps about lust and attraction. The seventh track, Revival, which is an interlude, I'm not going to include because it's just an interlude, it's not technically a song. The eighth track, Like Home, featuring Alicia Keys, is a patriotic anti-Trump anthem celebrating America's unity despite political division. The ninth track, Bad Husband, featuring ex-ambassadors, is an apology to his ex-wife Kim, where Eminem takes responsibility for their painful relationship. The 10th track, Tragic Endings, featuring Skylar Grey, deals with toxic relationships and emotional pain, blending haunting vocals with introspective lyrics. The 11th track, Frame, brings back his Slim Shady persona in a darkly comedic murder fantasy full of violent imagery and wordplay. The 12th track, Nowhere Fast, featuring Kalani, speaks about chaos in the modern world, from gun violence to media pressure, and the need to slow down. The 13th track, Heat, is a brash, sexually charged track where Eminem channels old-school Slim Shady humor over a bluesy beat. The 14th track, Offended, is a rapid-fire lyrical onslaught where he pushes boundaries, mocking cancel culture and showcasing his technical skill. The 15th track, Need Me, featuring Pink, is a pop-infused breakup song about codependence and emotional exhaustion. The 16th track, In Your Head, samples the Cranberries' Zombie and shows Eminem wrestling with fame, guilt, and his own inner voices. The 17th track, Castle, is written as a series of letters to his daughter Haley over the years, chronicling his rise to fame and his regrets as a father. The 18th track, Arose, continues directly from Castle as Eminem raps from his hospital bed after an overdose, imagining his final moments, and then symbolically rewinds time to choose life again. Now, Revival, I would put... it's better than Slim Shady LP, sorry. It's better than Recovery, also. And I don't know if it's better than the Marshall Mathers LP, too. No, it's not. So I'll put it in between Recovery and the Marshall Mathers LP2. But if you guys have made it this far into the video, which I doubt anybody has, can you just comment Slim Shady / Eminem? And so that I'll know. Yep. Alright. Kamikaze is Eminem's 10th studio album. It came out in 2018 as a surprise release and had a tracklist of 13 songs. The first track, The Ringer, opens the album with a furious 5-minute lyrical assault where Eminem unloads on critics, the media, and the new generation of rappers who dismiss Revival. The second track, Greatest, is a confident, high-energy track where he sarcastically calls himself the greatest, mocking modern rap trends while flexing his skill. The third track, Lucky You, featuring Joyner Lucas, is a lyrical showdown where both rappers reflect on fame, competition, and the generational divide in hip-hop. The fourth track, Normal, dives into the chaos of a toxic relationship, blending anger, humor, and frustration. The fifth track, Stepping Stone, is a heartfelt farewell to his old rap group, D12, where Eminem takes accountability for his breakup and expresses genuine remorse. The sixth track, Not Alike, featuring Royce da 5'9", is a hard-hitting diss track aimed at mumble rappers, especially Machine Gun Kelly, over a beat parodying modern trap style. The seventh track, Kamikaze, is a fast, aggressive track where Eminem compares himself to a fighter pilot on a suicide mission, representing his fearless approach to criticism. The eighth track, Fall, addresses the backlash from Revival and disses media figures and rappers like Tyler the Creator and Joe Budden, while reclaiming his confidence. The ninth track, Nice Guy, featuring Jesse Reyes, is a dark experimental song exploring betrayal and emotional pain in relationships. The 10th track, Good Guy, also featuring Jesse Reyes, continues the toxic love theme with a tragic and emotional tone ending with shocking imagery. The 11th track, Venom, closes the album with a high-energy track written for the Venom movie, using the symbiote metaphor to describe his connection to rap and his inner darkness. Now, Kamikaze, better than the Slim Shady LP, better than Recovery, better than Revival, better than the Marshall Mathers LP. I don't think it's better than Encore. So, I think, yeah, that's a good spot. Music to Be Murdered By is Eminem's 11th studio album. It came out in 2020 and had a tracklist of 20 songs. The first track, Premonition, sets the tone for the album as Eminem addresses critics, fame, and his legacy with sharp self-awareness and anger. The second track, Unaccommodating, featuring Young M.A., is a fierce opener that reasserts Eminem's dominance while comparing his hunger to that of new generation rappers. The third track, You Gon' Learn, featuring Royce da 5'9" and White Gold, reflects on personal growth, discipline, and overcoming adversity through wisdom and patience. The fourth track, Those Kind of Nights, featuring Ed Sheeran, is a lighthearted, nostalgic party track recalling Eminem's wild club days with playful humor. The fifth track, In Too Deep, explores a complicated love triangle and emotional conflict, showing a more vulnerable side of Eminem. The sixth track, Godzilla, featuring Juice WRLD, is one of the album's biggest hits, a rapid-fire, record-breaking lyrical explosion showcasing his technical mastery. The seventh track, Darkness, is one of the most haunting songs on the album, told from the perspective of a mass shooter aiming to raise awareness about violence and mental health. The eighth track, Leaving Heaven, featuring Skylar Grey, is a powerful reflection on loss, pain, and Eminem's motivation to keep fighting despite his hardships. The ninth track, Yaya, featuring Royce da 5'9", Black Thought, Q-Tip, and Denine, pays homage to old-school hip-hop with rapid flows and competitive energy. The 10th track, Step Dead, tells a dark, revenge-fueled story about Eminem's Eminem's abusive stepfather, blending violence and emotion through Slim Shady's lens. The 11th track, Marsh, is a braggadocious track where Eminem embraces his eccentric personality and unmatched lyricism. The 12th track, Never Love Again, is a metaphorical breakup song that sounds like it's about a relationship, but actually it's about Eminem's battles with addiction. The 13th track, Little Engine, is a high-speed lyrical barrage full of chaotic energy, confidence, and Slim Shady humor. The 14th track, Lock It Up, featuring Anderson .Paak, is a smooth, understated track about success, trust, and staying grounded in fame. The 15th track, Farewell, is a bitter breakup song laced with humor, sarcasm, and intense emotion. The 16th track, No Regrets, featuring Don Toliver, is an introspective song about accepting his past and learning from his mistakes. The 17th track, I Will, featuring King Crooked, Royce da 5'9", and Joel Ortiz, closes the album with a ferocious energy reuniting Slaughterhouse members for a lyrical bloodbath. Now, let's see. I would put Music to Be Murdered By. So, it's better than Recovery, Slim Shady LP. So, it's better than Slim Shady LP, Recovery. It's better than... What was after that? What actually was after that? Hold on. I really need to know what was after that. So, it was... Slim Shady LP, Recovery, Revival, Marshall Mathers LP 2. I would put it in between Marshall Mathers LP 2 and Kamikaze. Pretty good. I like that album a lot. So, yeah. Music to Be Murdered By Side B is the deluxe edition of Eminem's 11th studio album. It came out in 2020 and added 16 new songs to the original release. The first track, Black Magic, is a fast-paced, aggressive song where Eminem showcases his technical skill and Slim Shady persona, blending shock humor and intricate wordplay. The second track, Alfred's Theme, is a dark, violent narrative from Slim Shady's perspective, referencing horror themes and pop culture with cinematic intensity. The third track, Tone Deaf, is a scathing diss track targeting cancel culture, critics, and modern rappers who underestimate his talent. The fourth track, Book of Rhymes, is a self-referential track where Eminem humorously reflects on his old notebooks, unused lyrics, and writing process. The fifth track, Favorite Bitch, featuring Ty Dolla $ign, mixes braggadocio with romantic misadventures, balancing humor with sick flow. The sixth track, Nat, is a sharp, fast-paced attack on mumble rappers and contemporary rap trends, full of energy and clever punchlines. The seventh track, Higher, featuring DJ Khaled, is a motivational track about rising above struggles, perseverance, and reclaiming his dominance in rap. The eighth track, These Demons, is a raw, introspective track where Eminem confronts inner struggles, personal fears, and the impact of fame on his mental health. The ninth track, Killer, is a dark horror-inspired Slim Shady track full of violent imagery and over-the-top storytelling. The 10th track, Zeus, featuring White Gold, is an aggressive, braggadocious song showcasing lyrical dominance over a hard-hitting beat. The 11th track, Discombobulated, is a chaotic, high-speed track where Eminem flexes his rapid-fire lyrical ability and complex rhymes over experimental beat. Music to Be Murdered By is better than Music to Be Murdered, or Music to Be Murdered By Side B is better than Music to Be Murdered By. So that's going at number 6. The Death of Slim Shady is Eminem's newest studio album, his 13th studio album if you include Side B, and it has a 20-song track list. The first track is Renaissance. It is a sharp opening signaling rebirth. The second track, Habits, discusses patterns, excess, and the pull of old behaviors. The third track, Trouble, is a short but punchy song about chaos and inner conflict. The fourth track, Brand New Dance, is a throwback style track. The fifth track, Evil, has dark themes, confronting personal demons and external criticism. The sixth track, Lucifer, is a heavy cinematic track exploring darker personas and power. The seventh track, Antichrist, tackles backlash, identity, and how he's perceived. The eighth track, Fuel, has high energy, aggression, reinvigoration, Eminem staking claim again. The ninth track, Road Rage, is wrapped in anger and action metaphor. Life speeding out of control. The 10th track, Houdini, is about him coming back to being Slim Shady. The 11th track, Guilty Conscience 2, is the sequel to Guilty Conscience, as it says 2 in the title, so duh. The The 12th track, Head Honcho, has assertion of power, being in charge, and owning the throne. The 13th track, Temporary, is a sad song about his daughter Haley. The 14th track, Bad One, is a standout track about being that bad one in love, in life, and rap. The 15th track, Toby, is a collaborative, braggadocious track showing Eminem still plays the game with others. The 16th track, Somebody Save Me, is a closing moment of vulnerability, reaching out and calling for rescue. Okay, now the Slim Shady LP, or not the Slim Shady LP, the Death of Slim Shady, where would I put it? I would probably put it below Music to Be Murdered By and above Marshall Mathers LP too. So, yeah. And there you have it, every Eminem album broken down and ranked. The ranking is on the screen. I personally think Relapse is the best, so don't hate me. And yes, everyone's gonna hate because Slim Shady LP isn't last, but come on, it's still a 9 out of 10. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.